flowers, leaves, and birds engraved upon it, giving the impression of an endearing garden. Here itself is an 8 feet high, richly carved and raised inlaid marble platform on which the emperor sat in the court to deal with public matters. Standing on this platform, a minister would read out the petitions of the common people or plead on their behalf. On special occasions, the emperor's throne, known as the Takht-e-Taus, was brought here, upon which the emperor sat majestically. The Takht-e-Taus, or the royal throne, apart from its 6 legs of solid gold, was an invaluable piece studded with gems and jewels. A pair of peacocks was etched on it with sapphire and pearls embedded in them. The cost of the Takht-e-Taus, even in those days, was in millions of rupees. The majestic building of the Diwan-i-Khas, or the Hall of Special Audience, is made of marble. The entire pavilion is made of marble. Its ceiling was plated with silver. On all the 4 corners are minarets with golden domes. Through the middle of the Diwan-i-Khas flowed a canal named Nahr-e-Bahisht, meaning the stream of paradise, with fountains at regular intervals. In this room itself was the elevated platform on which the Takht-e-Taus was kept. In this Diwan-i-Khas was inscripted the famous verse, Ghar Firdaus Ruh-e Zameen ast, Hameen ast, Hameen ast, Hameen ast, meaning, if there is heaven anywhere on earth, it is here, it is here, it is here. It is the same Diwan-i-Khas where the Mughal Emperor Muhammad Shah met the Iranian king Nadir Shah, who had plundered the Red Fort for its priceless possessions, had taken away the Takht-e-Taus, and had robbed the emperor of the world-famous Kohinoor diamond by deceitfully exchanging his headgear with that of the emperor. To the north of the Diwan-i-Khas is the Hammam, or the royal bath, which has 3 big rooms with bathtubs. The floor and the walls of the hammam have colorful tiles. There was an arrangement for the regular supply of hot and cold water through a canal. It is said that about 60 kilograms of firewood were used to maintain a constant supply of hot water. There were fountains too that sprayed rose water, adding essence to the bath water. To the north of the royal bathhouse is the Hira Mahal, or the Diamond Palace, which Bahadur Shah Zafar got constructed in 1824. The Nahr-e-Bahisht that flowed north to south passed through this place to the Diwan-i-Khas. Aurangzeb got the Moti Masjid, or the Pearl Mosque, constructed. It is a beautiful marble structure. was for the exclusive use of the emperor and his beautiful wives. While the door of the masjid was made of brass, the three domes were of marble. In 1842, Bahadur Shah Zafar got the Zafar Mahal or the Zafar Palace built. It is made of red stones. It is situated in the middle of the Mehtab Bagh or the Moon Garden. The access to it was also through a bridge. After 1857, its glory was lost and it was used as a swimming pool by the British soldiers. In the south of the Diwan-i-Khas is the Shah Mahal, the special palace, a marble structure through which a canal once flowed. Tasbih Khana or the rosary place, Khwabgah or the reverie place, and Badi Baitak, the bigger lounge, are the three pictures of these marble palaces. The Tasbih Khana is the witness to the emperor's moments of prayers in quiet and solitude. Apart from him being a symbol of grandiosity and splendor, in the middle of a wall here is the scale of justice sculpted in marble and is etched here Meenaz-e-Adal, meaning the scale of justice. Around the scale are etched countless stars in a divine vast sky, and rising among the cluster of stars is the moon. The tessellation and elegant traceries bewitch one's heart. Through the Tasbih Khana, that is the prayer hall, a quiet corridor went into the royal bedroom. In all these rooms are similar works of tracery. All the precious stones and gems that once adorned the walls here were plucked out by the looters and by the common people too. The ornate artwork in the marble bathtubs in the Nahr-e-Bahisht is still reminiscent of the grandeur that must have existed once in its pristine form. Water spurted through the outlet points in the fountains here. From the Nahr-e-Bahisht, a road led one to the Rang Mahal. Towards the eastern wall of the royal bedroom, called the Khwabgah, is an octagonal hall with a dome over it. Is the Musamman Burj, under which is the riverfront gate, through which the emperor had entered the fort for the first time amidst colorful fanfare. The emperor would make his appearance in this turret itself for his subjects to have a glimpse of him. And it was from here itself that the last emperor of the empire had a dialogue with the revolutionary army of 1857, gathered in the ground facing it. There used to be one old Musamman tower, once upon a time, that is non-existent now. It was plated in gold. This tower was constructed after 1857. Right behind the Diwan-e arm is the magnificent Rang Mahal, the Palace of Colors. Its pavilion is pretty wide, with 13 hallways divided into 5 sections. The temperature of this place was finely calibrated by the Nahr-e-Bahisht that flowed through it. There were fountains in the shape of lotuses with a big marble pool here. It had a silver-plated ceiling that was later replaced with copper plating and eventually with vermilion-colored wood. The one once private quarters of the royal family were later deliberately degraded into a kitchen by the British. All the effort that went into keeping the Ranga Mahal cool was decimated in no time by the fire that was lit here out of sheer contempt for India's cultural past. The Mumtaz Mahal, or the palace named after Shah Jahan's wife, Empress Mumtaz, was among the big halls of the fort, which had golden canopies on the four corners of its roof. But it couldn't stand the onslaught of time. In 1857, it was converted into a jail. But it now houses a museum. Of the three main towers of the Red Fort is this Shah